Let us see, let us see, is this working? I think it is. Ooh. Okay, it is working. I hope my sound is okay. Well, welcome to the Royal Gypsy Hood. My name is Rafa Mama, coming to you live center stage. Happy Taurus full moon to ya. I have my Omega Land tarot deck. Now, it's funny, a little something came to mind. This Taurus moon is also known as the Beaver moon. One of the cards that I picked, Omega Land, as you can guess, right? The apocalypse and days. And I find it quite interesting. But even with the more rugged, like, type living, natural living depicted here, I mean, the messages remain the same. The energies, you know, how we vibrate, how we operate, the pictures that we paint, things of that nature. The narrative that we speak out, that we read, the Ace of Wands, bam bam, that stream is actually super loud, so I have to come over here so that things make sense. Ooh, I actually have a comment right there. Hello, hello. Hey, Cool J, what's happening? Oh my goodness, I'm a hot mess. It's my birthday now. Happy birthday! Cool J in the his How old are you, love? See if I can move my screen over. Does it have to stay in the center? There we go. There we go. How's my sound? Bam. We're gonna get it really good the best that we can. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Happy birthday, hon. Oh yeah, I was looking for this card. This Taurus full moon is also known as the Beaver moon. And so really what this season and what the planetary shifts and changes and what this moon is bringing on is really a preparation time, okay? What is your greatest indulgence? We also have the sun in Scorpio. The background sounds bad. It's hurting your ears. The music. Is it the music, my dear? Thank you so much for the feedback. Things will get better. Things will get better. We shall push forward. We are building the foundation. This is the Taurus full moon. I am a Taurus moon. I'm a Taurus moon. Something like machine. So even if when I turn the volume down, do you still hear that? Now it's all the way off. Any changes? Any changes? Let me sip on that. let me know. It's not raining here. Is it really that bad? Is this really terrible? Is it going to be better if I take this off? How's that? See, the laptop has been dropped a few times. So I was thinking that the sound would be better if I put these on and use the microphone. But apparently it amplifies it, so you're good now. Okay, fantastico. Alright, so anyhow, this is the card that came to mind, which is Mercury in Aquarius. Interesting, interesting. Because 3 months from now, Mars will be going into Aquarius. So this is all about making preparations, okay? This is the beaver. This is the Taurus moon that we're talking about. You know, building the lodge underground, right? And that is the Six of Swords, harmonization and communication. Okay, so this Taurus moon and the meaning of the Taurus moon. Yeah. What is your greatest indulgence? I bring that up again because we have the opportunity, we have the ability, right, to really set in stone right now with the energies that are being aligned in the planet to stabilize, right, to strengthen ourselves. It's a good time for that, right, for stabilizing, for strengthening, for sensuality. This is the energies that this moon is promoting, right? Everything that is Venus, everything that is Venusian, everything that is beautiful, everything that is romantic, everything that indulges our senses, right? It's earthy, it's grounded. Taurus is grounded, and it symbolizes a protection, right? Just like that dam, like that beaver dam, how they create a flooding to protect themselves, right? Their dens, and to protect their water and their food from predators that, yeah, would take. So yeah, and in the same way, right? That is kind of like what this moon is helping us to do. It's the manifesting moon. It's preparations, it's preparing for nesting, and it's creating an assurance, right? That when we do our preparations, we are well taken care of, so that when the Saturn hits Capricorn, right, in the middle of winter, we are we know that we've crossed our T's and dotted our I's, not in a contract type sense, but like the checklist that we have for the house. For instance, like I just went and got a window replaced that was broken, right? Because I knew, oh my God, it's getting cold. So we had to replace that window. There was two panes, and one of them was broken, and we don't want that kind of breeze coming in. So yeah, very much about preparations for the nesting season. So you know, that's kind of like the earthly manifestation, dealing with home matters, things of that nature, right? So with that being said, you know, there's they create within the lodges. The lodges are for the family, but they're also for others, okay? So back to this card, and also related, right, to the conversations that were going on about like the electromagnetic pulses, you know, that were you know, a threat to shutting down, you know, all the electricity on the continent, you know, these rumors that go on. And so, you know, and the fears also of the Scorpio, potential fears, I should say, you know, of the Scorpio energy that can also be revealing truths or untruths that take the fear away, right? So yeah, that's really what's going on throughout this time. What's going on? You said, and the EMP. Yeah, most definitely. I can predict someone who is thinking about something or something like that. More time it becomes real. Yeah, so it's good to understand the signs of the times, the changes and the shifts of, you know, the tides as well as the energies in the universe from a smaller scale to the larger scale, really being in alignment. And when the energies, and particularly the moon, since we are water beings, right, water-based beings, we are highly affected by the moon. And so that's why, you know, we give honor, I guess, to the wisdom of the moon, of, you know, the lessons that the moon teaches us and how it affects us personally and greatly, and in conjunction or opposition or whatever to the rest of the planets that are in the sky. Yeah, so this is very much a time for preparations and nesting. I want to go into the oil that I created, the blend. I made this one very basic. It's just very solid, right? So yeah, let's go ahead into it. I got vetiver. I want to go into the affirmations, right? Right now is a good time. So whatever has happened, right? As I was talking about the sun, I'm sorry, yeah, the sun being in Scorpio, but there's more than just that going on. I can be very, very basic on a level that is probably affecting everybody, and usually that's kind of how I like to talk about it, as far as what's going on. But we do have you know, this stellium going on here in Scorpio with Mercury, the Sun, and Jupiter. Mercury is about to hop into Sagittarius, so that is really like the lessons that we have been learning about, even the dark parts of our mind, or how we think, the negative patterns, or, you know, lessons that have been taught to us by other people, revealing their selves, truths coming out, things of that nature, how we've been affected through this period as Mercury has been transiting. Now we're about to ascend, you know, in our mind state. We're about to make a shift, you know, about how we deal with things, and then bringing more you know, discipline, and you know, understanding to the lessons that we've learned through here, right? So yeah, with that being said, either our fears have been magnified if we have been giving into them, or we have really been kind of rising from a new revelatory place in our lives, that is helping us to manifest, right, the things that we really, really value for our existence right here as we live on this earth. So yeah, with that being said, I want to go ahead. I know that everybody is going through something at this time, whether it's on a very intense level or if it's on a general level. I want to deal with the oils. We have vetiver that I put in the blend that really helps for tranquility and peace, right? It helps to center and to descent, right? To tranquilize, tranquility and peace, vetiver. So the affirmation for that is, all is well. I am calm, relaxed, and at peace. I am grounded, focused, and energized. I have plenty of energy and time to accomplish what I need and want to get done. So there can often be that fear of not, of lack, right? Of going into the winter season, however you define that in whatever area of your life. You know, you might be experiencing a winter, and you know, we can be afraid that we haven't gathered enough, you know, that we won't survive. So it's important to really create that energy and belief within inside yourself, that let's see, I have the energy, plenty of energy and time to accomplish what I need and want to get done. Okay, for instance, back to that window, right? Yes, it's very important that this was the time, the season, to start fixing that window before the winter really got worse. However, it wasn't necessarily do or die. There's always some kind of grace, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the third winter. This would have been the third winter, and I should have done it 2 winters ago. So I was like, okay, no, not again, not again. So at the end of the day, just remembering too that while it is important to follow the seasons, right? That there's always consequences and repercussions and rewards and things for what we've accomplished while we had the assistance and while it was the appropriate time. It's about doing everything at the right timing. And so yeah, I have plenty of energy and time to accomplish what I need and what I want to get done. At the end of the day, remembering that time is not real. Just take it easy on yourself, and also put the nose to the grindstone, you know, at the same time, right? And being gentle to yourself. So I live a spiritual, peaceful life. I spend quality time in nature every day. I have an intimate connection with Mother Nature and her loving tools for natural healing. I am vetiver. I am earth, right? I am root. I am tranquility. I am peace. I am the Taurus moon. All right. I am vetiver. The next one is lemon. So the 4 oils, this time I did less than previous. I wanted to keep it very, very simplistic and still potent and powerful. So I chose vetiver, lemon, Roman chamomile, and marjoram. It's supposed to be German chamomile, but you know, we work with what we got. And so with that being said, lemon is brilliance, and that is, it helps with focus. So, brilliance. It helps bring a little air and fire, okay? I am confident and courageous. I shine my light brightly for all to see. I honor and respect myself and who I am and what I can do. Okay. I am blessed with mental clarity. It is easy for me to integrate all that is going on around me. I am brilliance. I am lemon. Okay. These are the affirmations that you should be saying throughout this transit, while not just the moon is not going to be in Taurus for much longer. However, the energy continues, and so until the new moon in Scorpio, make sure
that you are really taking advantage of the assistance of the energy that is at play at this current moment. Okay, without further ado, we have chamomile, and go with the flow, baby. Chamomile induces comfort, and the affirmation is, I am calm, I am at peace, I am content, I go with every changing flow of life willingly and joyfully. I breathe deeply and oxygen replenishes my body. I feel protected. I am chamomile. Go with the flow. I am comforted. I am protected. I am safe and sound. I am solid ground, right? I am Taurus full moon. Last but not least, we have marjoram, which is marjoram, which is not in that book. It is an oil that is good for connection, for making connections, right, with people. Again, the Scorpio season, all about that bonding, right, making that deep connection, being able to transform. And once we reach the Sun in Taurus, and once we reach the Sun in Taurus will be April 19th, and the new moon in Taurus is going to be May 15th. Okay, and the seeds that we're planting spiritually right now, the emotions, the way that we're feeling, honoring the way that we're feeling and transforming the way that we're feeling. For instance, you know, even a scare that I endured yesterday, right? Endured is a heavy word. It was pretty intense in the moment, and yeah, it induced a fear. Again, the more negative aspects of that Scorpio energy that let me know that there is still some level of fear of this situation, right, where you can ignore it for so long, but you know what's been hiding is gonna come out come Scorpio season. Okay. And what are the deepest, darkest, hidden secrets within you, the things that you don't want to think about, the things that you don't want to deal with, you know, then we're moving from what we manifest in the natural realm to our psyche, you know, and the connection between the two, right? So yes, I am vetiver, I am tranquility and peace, I am lemon, I am brilliance and focus, right? I am Roman chamomile, and I am marjoram. I go with the flow. I am comforted, I am protected, and I make good connections, right? It helps me to sleep at night. It eases my mind, right? And so yeah, that is what I would have for all to take with them at this present moment. You know, the Beaver Lodge, once again, is for family, right? And it has all the elements that are needed in order to survive through the winter and to stay protected. Also within that, it's that nesting, it's that you know, it's that loving, it's that mating time, you know what I mean? Again, your sensuality and everything that is Venus and beautiful and fertile and reproductory, you know, everything that is pleasant, right? And that feels good. Everything that makes you feel secure. So take this time to really take care of home matters, communicate about anything that it is that you are that you know that is pressing for you. Make sure that you release anything, whether it's real fears, perceived fears, or a true threat, right? You have to be able to decipher between the two. Yeah. Yes. So marjoram, an affirmation for marjoram is, I am loved and respected by others. Okay, sometimes we have this fear of the bonding because boundaries can be crossed over, and so we don't want those fears to be manifested in our in our emotional water body here. We are producing right now this energy, this grounded energy of stability, and sweet, sensual nature. So yes, I am also helped, right? Because it's the family lodge. We all have our part in building and maintaining that dam, right? And so with that being said, I am helpful and I am helped. The card kept coming up of I am helpful, but I am also helped. I am connected. I am part of this network, right? Also, I find it very interesting that when the new moon goes, speaking of network, when the new moon goes into Taurus, right now it's the full moon, so this will be May 15th, we will have Mars in Capricorn that will be moving into Aquarius, which is all about networking, and we're bringing that individual, this new me, this passion, this fire within you that's kind of been potentially repressed, you know what I mean, boundaries built around how you pursue forward, and then all of a sudden it moves into this realm of all these possibilities, right, where you were more building yourself and needing to build the character a little bit more with Mars in Capricorn, and then it's going to be moving into that sign of networking, and yeah. With that being said, at that time as well, Chiron will be, and this is in May, when the new moon is in Taurus now, which is like 6 months from now, the things that we're producing later, when the sun goes in Taurus and when the new moon goes in Taurus, and how we're handling things right now, right, are we taking the highest energy of the situation? The negative energies of Taurus can be greedy and stubborn and not willing to bend, and really protecting out of a fear, kind of more of a bully type situation, or and it can also be, if you don't put in the work, if you're kind of lazy about, and putting off the things that you need to do, then there will be some repercussions, like your heating bill will be higher, or the fear of within the relationship might erupt into a large argument, or because it's been not dealt with. So yeah, that's what's happening between now and May 15th. We will have gone through the darker days, and we will be coming up into the longer days where the sun shines longer throughout the day. And when the new moon is in Taurus, Chiron will just have reached 1 degree in Aries. So that's a big deal, because it's been in Pisces for a while. Actually, I'm gonna have to go back and see, but yeah, I'm wondering when that Chiron actually it will be, because it's retrograde right now, so it'll be in Aries and then it'll come back. So there's something in our identity that we're like needing to retrace, that we lost from the spiritual wounds that we had incurred before, that have been the highlight, of these past few, years. So yeah, that is super duper significant, because Uranus has been in Aries as well for a while, and it has been dealing with these sudden shocks and changes in your your reality, and in your identity. And now we're going to bring that wounded soldier back to that place to recapture and move forward back again through Pisces. So that's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting if you ask me. Venus will be in Gemini at that time in May. And that's going to be reassessing and seeing truths about our values again there too. And what the values of other people are, and how that relates to ourselves as well. So the lessons continue, they continue. They're pretty much the same, and at the same time, it's kind of like tweaked in the angle in which it's approaching us, in which house it's hitting our particular natal chart or progress chart. The halfway mark again, while the North Node is currently in Leo, and the halfway mark between this full moon, and the new moon in Taurus in May, is the full moon in Leo. That's that halfway marker. And so it's really, to me, I see it as weighing out. Here's the Taurus, still Venus energy, right? So it's weighing on the balance. It's still Venus. It's Taurus, and the earthly manifestations of the air coming, the air, the oxygen coming down and oxygenating the ground. And so we have the weighing of the balances here with Taurus and Taurus, right? The full moon and the new moon, below ground and above ground, and Leo, smack dab right there in the middle with that full moon, the Christ consciousness, the, sacrificing, not it does help others, right? But I wouldn't say for the sake of others, because it is sacrificing for your call, for your spiritual destiny, for your ascension, and for your for your transmutation, which will affect others greatly. Again, Mars will be in Aquarius, right? It will affect the collective as you live out your destiny. And so here we have the two manifesting moons, and what is smack dab right there in the middle? Yes, sir. It is Leo, the Leo full moon. So love. Yes, it's all about love, right? So please your senses, and stick hard to work. Get things done that you need to be doing, and take it easy on yourself at the same time. Go with the flow, and don't allow fears to make the decisions for you. However, you also have the wisdom from the past and from those wounds, that you don't have to keep going through that hamster wheel and you keep learning the same lessons over and over. Recognize that shit so you can, live out, that North Node energy of Leo, right? So yeah, I think that is it. I think that is all. I think that I should pull a card. Pick a card, any card. I need some music. I need some music up in here. It's the Lovers reversed. I find it interesting because the Jupiter and Libra card keeps coming up. What is that? The Two of Swords, right? Communication and understanding and yeah, karmic contracts and, you know, sound and secure. Doesn't it just go perfectly with everything that we've been talking about here? The Lovers, my friends, okay? Yes, sirree. We have the Hungry Ghost, obsessions, and scarcity consciousness, attachments. Be willing to let go of the Hungry Ghost that we have made those contracts with, that continue to haunt us as we pursue one relationship to the other. Just let those go. You heard? Ooh, the goblins. You know what I would honestly say to the Scorpio season? I would say, make friends with your goblins. Let them be there to assist you. Okay? Don't deny the truths. Don't deny that they exist. Don't deny that you're affected. Make friends with them. Turn the motherfucking tables, okay? That was pretty much what the lesson was here with the Libra full moon. And as Jupiter went into Scorpio, turning back to, did I say Jupiter? Yes, Jupiter went in Scorpio. Turning back to the notes that I had written was, the turning of the tables. Your fears are now your strengths. Okay, it's the shifting of the tide. Old energy. Are you going to carry that same old energy with you, or are you going to carry a new energy with you? It's all about that internal alchemy. Okay, wake up, everybody. Stop lying to yourself. Okay, we need each other. So, manifestations. What is your greatest indulgence? Are you indulging your fears more than you're indulging your desired outcome? Is the question. Okay. And with that being said, here, I forgot to sign in. Nanu. In honor of the late great Robin Williams. And the canceled episodes of Star Trek. Nanu. Alright. How do I end this? Oh, Lord. I forget every time.